Midpoint
Thank you
TV.
so
Yes,
much.
according
I'm
to
very
this
happy you
news
brought
in the
up
world
the
from our
latest
dad, just
from
like
events
Kevin
that happened
Emmanuel,
in
economic
Nigeria.
analyst,
2 days
petroleum
ago,
economic analyst. In
I
Nigeria,
registered last
import
week for the event. I was first
965
supposed to
million
receive
liter
the QRO code, and
of
then
waiting
I showed up at the
petrol
event,
when we get
and
Dangote refinery.
then when I used
Dangote
my phone
export
to get
1
the
billion
details,
liter of
registration details with confirmation
petrol.
email,
Why then
I was
go
informed
import?
that the protocol to
Who
the
do us like
current
this?
representative of
Who
NNPC
do us?
had
But you watch the
asked them at the
analysis.
registration desk not to allow me in. They flagged my name and they've asked them to refuse me entrance into the event. I was perplexed. I was surprised because, it's a government organized event in partnership with Standard & Poor's. And, it was organized with government money. It sets policy direction that affects people's lives. And I am a concerned Nigerian attending the event to, understand and learn what is going on in the industry. And I was prevented because they flagged my name. And, I'm surprised that we've come to this point where it's now a personal vendetta. I don't know what I did to Farouk Ahmed,
Kevin,
the authority chief executive,
that's what they're
that will
telling
make
you.
them to flag my name.
You are talking too much. That's what they're telling you. Answer the other questions, please. Need for a forensic audit. Are we paying any form of subsidies? Is NNPC still importing crude into the country despite the fact that they spent over $3 billion to fix these refineries and the likes? And you throw some clarity on that. And NNPC has a right of defense.
Rufai, the 3 refineries that are owned by the government are bleeding money. They are costing NNPC group money. They are under lock and key. And you were right, from last year when you said that they were blending and they were not refining. Port Harcourt has an installed capacity of 210,000 barrels, old Port Harcourt 60,000, new Port Harcourt 150,000 in Eleme. Warri has an installed capacity of 125,000 barrels. Port Harcourt does not have a catalytic reforming unit. Warri has, but it's not working. Kaduna has an installed capacity of 110,000 barrels. They are not working. $18 billion has gone into turnaround maintenance. In the last 6 years, $30 billion has gone into turnaround maintenance, and those monies were borrowed to do turnaround maintenance, and they are not working. So, of course, there's a need to do forensic audit on not just the refinery business, but also on all the other areas of the group to check the contingent assets and liabilities, and see the state of the balance sheet. In my view, I think over $25 billion is missing from the balance sheet. If Bayo Ojulari is being honest, it's not his fault because he just came 3 months ago, and this is a problem he has to deal with as he moves into taking NNPC from being government-owned into a public company.
Kevin, do you have facts to back up that $25 billion is missing from the NNPC balance sheet? If I tell you now, come on a panel and present that facts, do you have it? I deal with facts. It's not a case of Rufai here. Do you have the facts?
Rufai, when you look at their operations E&P, their operations midstream, and their operations downstream, you look at the contingent assets and liabilities on the balance sheet. You see, when NNPC moves and attempts to go to an IPO, you first do your evaluation, and then you go into valuation, and then you go into pricing. The details will come out because nobody is going to invest. No institutional investor is going to put money in NNPC if they don't have the accurate state of the balance sheet. So we will watch and see how it goes. Bayo Ojulari says that he's going to get to an IPO by 2028. Yeah. It should have happened in 2027.
You don't have facts now.
And I don't think they want to do it.
Kevin, let's not muddle up matter. You don't have facts to that effect that the balance sheet there's a 25 billion hole. Yes. Secondly, is there any subsidy still going on within the NNPC frame? Is there any subsidy still going on within the NNPC frame as we speak?
To be honest with you, Rufai, if you look at the domestic crude allocation, the government still has barrels allocated to subsidy. And this is the question. This is why I'm shocked that the Nigerian Governors Forum is quiet. The government still has barrels it allocates to subsidy on a daily basis. Okay. So the question is, why are they paying for subsidy when Sections 205 of the PIA has been implemented?
Okay, Kevin.
That's the question. You asked about importation. You asked about importation, Dr. Abati. Last month, 965 million liters of petrol was imported into Nigeria, despite the fact that Nigeria consumes about averaging 32 million liters per day, and doesn't require more than 1 billion liters per day.
Okay.
So you have a situation where 965 million liters of petrol was imported, and Dangote exported more than 1 billion liters of petrol.
NNPC and Nigeria, NNPC and Nigeria, my brother, this NNPC and Nigeria. You hear what Kevin Emmanuel talk? I analyze them. Kevin Emmanuel, this Nigeria, we get Dangote Refinery. Dangote export 1 billion liter of fuel, petrol out of Nigeria, 1 billion. NNPC import 965 million come Nigeria. Who do us for this country? Dangote they export, NNPC they import. NNPC, they don't want to buy from Dangote Refinery. They go they bring that their own that refinery when they build from Malta. They go they import the product they come Nigeria. Why Dangote on the own? They export. They go they export. You see how the economy want to grow. If that one maybe say NNPC import come Nigeria, they buy it from Dangote and it is our forest no go in the next 6 months, our forest no go stable. Now NNPC they go they look for money, they look for forest, dollars, they go back. They bring account Nigeria. Dangote now they export. They say they don't want Dangote to monopolize the petroleum market. Okay, NNPC build your refinery. NNPC not fit. Our president is the minister of petroleum. Everything stop at his desk, his own desk. How this Nigeria want to good? When we get Dangote refinery, remember we say they fee do 650 barrel a day. Go fit do am. You understand? Go fit refine am according to the big English. But no, our NNPC, they import the product come Nigeria from their own refinery they build from Malta. You see, say our forest will continue to get problem. You see, I just the shame for how the country wanted good. How the country wanted good. They don't want to buy for Dangote hand. They say they don't want Dangote to monopolize the industry. Build a refinery, una not fit, but I go to bring products. Dangote refinery, they export products to different African countries and European countries. While our own NNPC, they go to bring the product come from the Europe. And Dangote they export, they go Europe. Who do it for this country? We need a leader, not a ruler.